Hi, this is Corey Gerard, and I'm coming back at you for part 3 of the Global Financial Bank. So, do you realize that people judge one another based on what they wear, what they own, and where they live, rather than judging them by the kindness of their hearts? So everybody pretty much regards one another for their placements and systems of value, which are truly appraised for what they are worth. And these same persons who feel this way aren't necessarily motivated to obtain greater success because of how the lower incomes are looked upon, but rather for the better or best quality of living. So all persons in this worldly mix are a part of the three social classes in which separates groupings. And what people think of themselves is usually smaller in degree as compared to how a government feels towards these same civilians. Did you know that every primary government judges its people by the sum total of what each person is worth, which is determined by bank accounts, property holdings, and assets, as well as stocks, bonds, and yearly incomes? Yes, governments aren't short-sighted enough to care more about what people wear, live, and show above what they accumulate, possess, and spend. And governments aren't merely persuaded by fashions, trends, and status regarding the issue of being judgmental over folks. So these true facts are indications that people's notions of success and non-success have much to do with a materialistic expression by selects of the well-to-do, who apparently show enough in order to not be deemed lacking. And this is the case while the government's appeasement lies more with the unseen determinants of wealth, which ensures global flowing economies from resultings of industry, banking, and commerce. So my point here is to get across a clear message that everybody should more so value a government's way of thinking regarding financial matters and not their own small petty concerns pertaining. As I have been overstating the obvious, there are at least 7 billion persons on Earth, and many of them do not have bank accounts, stock portfolios, or significant assets. So these people are regarded by governments as low consumers, which is a clear sign that these particular powers don't deem many folks to be of high value. And with that truly being the case, the poor are not as credited as those with bankable stuff. There are many who feel that social injustices such as racism, sexism, and prejudice are merely motivated by skin color, gender, and culture. But they aren't completely right with that belief, because the main motivations for these social injustices are the situated social classes for poor, middle class, and rich. Meaning, all rich people of all races, genders, and cultures receive better social treatment than the poor and middle class do. Think about it. If skin color was the primary for racist perspective reactions, then there would be many wealthy blacks and Hispanic entertainers, as well as business people, complaining about being victimized in a racist way. Now, I'm not saying that there weren't isolated incidents where rich blacks never felt discriminated against, but it certainly happened most with poor or impoverished blacks. So it is now my intention to furthest remove such social injustices by implementing the Global Quality Financial Bank, because such bad labels in society are usually designed to target those that endure poor social conditions, regardless of what nationality they are. And this global quality will raise folks beyond any poverty circumstance, so all governments won't treat them like lowly consumers that merely take up space. Know that global stands for whole, quality means a standard, financial defines your gain, and bank consolidates funds which belong to you for an assured packaged privilege. And finally, look, people, when it's all said and done, we must do what's in our best interest. And in life, all things that we find a use for aren't simply given to us. So many are expected to be providers regarding essentials of necessity. And this global financial is certainly a facility for vastly funds in which every person will have access to. Well, this concludes another informative, and thanks for tuning in.